What can you expect to learn from the Devotion Reset Challenge? Let's take an inside look inside the Devotion Time Reset Companion so that you can get an idea. So the Devotion Time Reset Challenge is a 10-day email series. With the first email on day 1, you get a free ebook called the Devotion Time Reset Companion. Now you don't have to print it off, although it'll be a lot easier to go through the worksheets if you do. And so I printed it off so that you can have a bit of a look-see. There are 3 parts to the companion. The first one is One Thing is Needed. This is the scriptural foundation of the method that I teach through this challenge, sort of the spine, if you will. Then the second is worksheets, and then the third one is a sample of what I use for my daily devotion journaling. The foundation of a lot of what we're learning, the principles, is based on the story of Mary of Bethany. So there's a little bit of an introduction to give context to what we're going to study over 10 days. And then we go straight into worksheets. And the purpose of this is to plan. And some of it is very practical, like what should I not be prioritizing anymore that's taking away from my quiet time? We have a quiet space vision board. Literally think about where you want to have this quiet time with God. Is it a place in your home? Is there a location you want to go to every day? And then there's a daily devotion planning tool. It's very detailed, but it only should take you a few minutes. But to really think about what elements do you want in the space? What sort of resources do you want to use? It helps you kind of understand the plan you want to be creating. You have a supplies and to-do list worksheet as well. And then finally, the master rhythm outline. So we're going to be learning about how to put together a routine. What do we do the night before? What's our routine in the morning based on what do we want it to look like? What is our goal? It's very practical, but it's also very important because if you don't have a plan, then you wake up in the morning and it's easy for things to just be a free-for-all. But don't worry, I understand what they say about the best laid plans. We have a backup for curveball mornings as well. And then the last part of the companion is daily devotion journal. And so I give you a week's worth of outlines that, like I said, I use every single day. And I would honestly suggest that you print these separate from the rest of the ebook. That's just my advice. And so this is something that I'm leaving you with. I'm going to explain the elements of what I do every day. And it's something for you to fill in. And it may be something that you are totally on board with and you're like, yep, I love all of it. Or it might be something where you're like, you know, that part doesn't really work for me, but you know, some of these elements are things that I could definitely see myself using every day. So this is the first free resource that you get. There will be some other things as well in the email series. Everything is free. There's no upselling. It's all just a burden of love for the busy woman who has been struggling to be consistent in her devotion time and understands that getting this part right is going to be the springboard that launches you into an amazing 2020. So that's a look inside the free companion that comes along with this email series. I guarantee that you will find some elements that are totally going to make sense and that you are going to want to include in your daily morning routine. In the description box, you will find the link to sign up so that you can get this email series, and it's available anytime. There's no set date. I launched it today, January 20th, but you can come across this video, you know, February 29th because there's a leap year this year, and sign up and go through the series then as well. And if you didn't see the promo video where I talk a bit about why I think it's so important that we really hone in on this habit, I will leave a link to that as well.